Well, good morning, viewers. We're back at the sewage pump pit. Wonder why? I really do believe that do-it-yourselfers do get a bad rap. I'm not a do-it-yourselfer per se, but I guess you could call me that. I was in a construction field for over 40 years. I'm not a master plumber, okay, but this is just common sense. So I put in the pump, as you saw yesterday, and filled up the pit and just assumed everything would work because there wasn't anything wrong that I saw. But after running it for a while, I discovered that I didn't hear the pump turn on. I was very curious. So I opened up the lid and it was full almost to the top, covering the pump. That shouldn't operate like that, but I also noticed the float, this device right here, was swung way over to the side and upward, never engaging this switch, which turns the pump on. I tried everything I could. I tried to secure this maybe a little bit more so it wouldn't go sideways. I said to myself, well, let me go to the troubleshooting guide. Well, out of their 6 items, they never covered this. So during shipping or during installation, this rubber tether had come disengaged, which would allow the float to do this, as opposed to doing what it's supposed to do, which is stay in that position. Put it back on there. Wouldn't want to go through that again. So this is a cost, I think, measure that Solar took. Okay, so with the tether on, the float can't go sideways. It has to go up this rod, which would then engage the switch. But this is a cost measuring manufacturing. This used to be a rod that came down out of here that will allow this float to go up and down, keeping it stable. Might be cost effective for them, but I don't think it's cost effective for the homeowner or consumer of this product, because this could come disengaged probably by heavy debris, maybe deteriorate over time. There's not a lot of options of stock items open on a weekend to go buy. So we're going to go reinstall this, but does Zoller take in mind that you have to have this entirely installed before you can test run it? And if you're never directed to check that tether strap, I guess you're going to have to uninstall everything, because I had to cut all my piping back out and have to redo it all over again. That's a very big waste of time. So that's what I'm up to. I think I'll also attach a photo of this pump versus the older pump to give you a better idea what I'm talking about. See if I can do that a little later. Great, reinstall the pump. Got the pump back in the pit. We have put in some patio block down at the bottom, and we also, don't know if you really can see it, there's a 3/16 hole right there. Tether's attached, tether strap down that pit. And it, you do have to take time to position it so it comes up through the holes of the lid. I don't think that I disrupted it, but the only way you're going to check that is by installing everything all over again. Corey says hello too. He loves to smell the sewage pump. Okay guys, so we're back. The pump's reinstalled. I did check it. It does run. I did a little bit more work. I'm going to make another video in detail about the work that we did here with the pump. It may help those who run into that problem that I ran into. So we're back onto the bathroom taping and perhaps laying out some wainscoting today. So we'll catch you a little later. Thanks for watching.